Hello, hello.
Hello.
This is Khayal. I'm Hana Mapara.
And I'm Marya and
And today we're talking about Rolling Stones and
Let It Bleed.
let's go. And this is the Rolling Stones segment, and we have a segment for Pink Floyd and their album as well, which is called
More.
Yes. There we go.
Hannah is also wearing a Rolling
Oh
Stones
yeah.
t-shirt.
Bonus points for this,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, then
Okay.
we are also going to show you something very funny in our transition period.
Which you will appreciate.
Yes.
And you are wondering why it's not here right now.
Yeah.
Anywho, the album name Let It Bleed, inspired by the Beatles' Let It Be.
Yeah.
A fun play with that.
That's very interesting because in that time Beatles was already so famous, and
Mm-hmm.
then Rolling Stones was aspiring to like reach that momentum or whatever that fame was,
Mm-hmm.
and they tried copying. I mean, I won't say copying, but they brought their inspiration from that album, which was, I in my opinion, a very bold move.
No, but like they had tried to copy their psychedelic album already, which had failed. So I think it was funny that
They did it
did
again.
this, and this time this was successful. So it's interesting in that.
Yeah, I mean, you know what, the reason I say it was bold because they took that
They
chance
already
again,
did that. Okay.
and also like they weren't afraid of what people will say, or of any controversy, because I feel like if some big artist from today's time would do that, as a matter of fact, if Taylor Swift would copy somebody, or not copy, but get inspired from someone's album and take that name, or take up a lot of theme or music or melody from an already existing piece of music, so I think she would face a lot of hate for that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how similar the songs were though. I don't know if
Yeah.
Beatles was. I don't know what they were doing honestly.
Yeah.
But we know what these guys were doing. These guys were
Yes.
doing rock,
And
country, yeah, rock and roll,
rock and roll.
and they had like rock, country, folk, blue
Yeah, it was a very
inspirations.
bluesy album, and I also got to know that this album really captures the turbulence of the late 60s, and because there was like a war period going on with
Vietnam
Vietnam.
War,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it talks about it portrays themes of disillusionment and dissidence.
Which song for you kind of took you there? Since you
Took
mentioned the
me
war
there.
part, yeah.
Yeah, so Give Me Shelter, I think that's the song, because I think the opening of that song is like pretty haunting.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, it's a bit
okay.
haunting. And then I also like read the lyrics, even though the lyrics are very generic, but then since
Yeah.
we saw the time period that the song was released, I think they do fit in. I mean, it makes sense why they're calling it the war song. Or
I mean, it makes sense because they keep on talking about how they're shooting a kid and like they're running away. And I mean, I feel like it's like applying to every war. So in a way, it's like timeless.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it works.
probably.
Is that one of your favorite songs then?
No,
No,
I
top three.
don't think so. I think Monkey Man is my favorite. But yeah, this Give Me Shelter is definitely in my top three favorite.
Okay, okay.
So, but
Because of the historical and
yeah,
political. Okay,
yeah,
okay, okay.
I think it's a very like I always find it interesting when artists have like layered themes in their songs.
I felt like it missed the mark actually in terms of I love a good Vietnam War song, and I just felt like this felt too generic actually. Like I feel like even if there was something a bit more specific, like they have that floods line in this, but I feel like it's not specific enough for it to be a Vietnam War song. It's just a war song.
I think
Yeah.
that's probably because I don't have a lot of association with politics.
Okay.
And so even if something of a very surface level is presented to me, it will feel good to me
Good
or
enough,
very
huh?
exciting to me. But for you, on the other hand, you've like read a lot about politics. You're interested in history, so I think for you it makes sense to not be to not like it as much.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Monkey Man is also in my top three as well. I just love the jazz vibe.
Yeah, I
And
feel like it's very
just
quirky.
yeah, it's like I feel like I can see it like in a really like zany film almost, like background music because
Yeah.
it can like transition from like it starts off jazzy but with the rock thing, so it could like easily transition into I don't know why, but like I like pictured it like as part of like a sequence, like a fight sequence almost. Like it starts with the jazz in a
Oh,
bar and then it goes
you know
into
how that those tracks in dark comedy films.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah,
like
you're right.
have you seen Monica, oh my darling?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, there's this
Indian film,
Indian film
yeah.
on Netflix. It's called Monica, oh my darling, and it's like a
You're
dark
right.
comedy. In fact, even Ludo,
Yeah,
like Ludo
yeah.
had a lot of like jazzy tracks.
And then it would just be like people dying in
Yes,
in those tracks.
yes.
Yeah. Oh,
So
that's that. No wonder we liked it because it. Okay, my second top song was "Love in Vain," which is very country, acoustic, blue. It was just very romantic lyrics wise as well, and I just liked the chill
the
pace of
vibe.
it. It was just a vibe. It was a nice vibe.
I
Yeah.
liked you can't always get what you want
Okay.
because I feel like it was very melancholic and it just very vibey,
Mm-hmm.
very flowy.
Yeah, like I even that was in my third spot as well, which is so funny because we didn't discuss these before. But
Well,
like I love the choir sort of chorus starting. Like you said, melancholy, but also like a sense of whimsy almost. And it was just like it was weird. It was haunting, and it was just
it
interesting.
reminded me of that Radio Lab podcast.
Oh my God. We saw Radio Lab podcast for Professor Maria's class, and they had a choir in the background, which Maria hated actually. So
Yeah, the sound design it was too much dramatic. But I mean, it reminded me of that podcast. I didn't like the podcast, but the song was nice.
I think it's the choir because we don't get to hear choir and
That's true.
yeah. Would you call it rock though, like this single? I don't know. Like I don't know how to like classify it almost.
I mean, I think with the way the instruments are played, like the string instruments specifically, probably yes.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I mean, they do kind of try to make sure that they have that. So yeah. What was your least favorite?
My least favorite was Country Honk.
Yeah, I mean, what were those car sounds in the beginning? And then like, okay, car sounds. I was like, okay, cool. They're going somewhere with this. And then and then the instrumentals were just like jumbled over each other.
Yeah, like I just gave Hannah a demonstration before recording this,
Yeah.
how the song sounded to me. It sounded like, like a broken record. Oh, oh.
I don't know why, but like because the other song, the country, what was that woman song? The honky tonk woman. That was like a fun, vibey song,
Yeah.
and then this was just like
Yeah, we got to know that it was you know
it was like a male version of it or what?
yeah, it was like a lower grade version of that.
Oh,
So
yeah, that was my least favorite as well, which is weird. Oh, but okay, we were talking about this before the podcast. How Live With Me kind of sounds like What Makes You Beautiful from
oh
One
yeah.
Direction. I know you don't listen to One Direction, Professor Damien, but we did.
Yeah, I think you should listen to
Live With Me,
Live
yeah.
with Me. You should listen to that, and then you should listen to Live While We Are Young by One Direction. So I think you might be able to have
Like draw the
the
parallel.
parallel. I feel like the melody is like really similar.
I think probably I mean, One Direction probably lifted it.
You never know.
Yeah. So what are we rating this album overall? This is very like rock, bluey country album.
I think 7.8, 7.9.
Yeah, I think give it an 8. 8 is
Mhm.
fine, yeah. Not more than that. Just because we don't like rock that much, that's why. Nothing against you. And we
Yeah, I
have
mean, this is our first exposure to rock, so
yeah, that's
you
right.
know.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's
think-
it. That's it
But we
for
need to show you something.
for Rolling Stones. Oh yeah, we'll show
You
you
might
something.
be wondering why we don't have a background when it's specified that we should have a background.
Yeah, we
Let me
tried
show
really
you.
hard.
Everything
then
was attempted.
This is what happened.
We went away and then we came back and then we went away again. So when we started
Yeah.
talking the first time round, we wouldn't even appear for this long actually. Yeah, and you couldn't even see my shirt. See? What's the point of wearing a Rolling Stones shirt when you can't even see it?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Hello. Oh, this is it.
Okay, no, it's recording.
Yeah, it's recording.
So much chaos.
No, don't delete it. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
We'll
thank
see
you.
you in Pink Floyd.
Bye, take
Bye.
care. How do I stop?